probably the biggest issue on this map. And we are live. What is up, everyone? Welcome to GTV. I'm Griever. Of course, got No Mercy with me tonight.
Yo.
And yeah, let's get this started. So, of course, we've got the Centrelink Meth Spartans. Probably the most inventive name of the season. I was disappointed to see they were a Division 4 team when they originally popped out. I was expecting some Premier Division shockingness, but hey, we're here. Snips is playing Scout, and he's got 142 ping, so that will be interesting. I'll go through the full lineup in just a sec, folks. But of course, we've got Truck on the other side, and yeah, looks like everyone's running full lineups, etc. So we've got Locatus is on Meth. He, man, that's an interesting tag, isn't it? He is playing Medic. We've got Dylan and Nat playing Soldier, and we've got Krisk. And of course Snips on Scout and Chocobro on Demo. And interesting, it looks as though they want to go straight for B.
Yeah, which is going to catch... A Scout is still trying to get out. I think they're probably just doing some suicides, waiting to see if the medics actually dropped. Yeah, that's just two suicides, Soldier, Demo, all coming out along. And the Truck Strat don't really look like they're prepared for this. The Sentry's going to pick up a player, but they are going to get that Sentry and Dispenser down, so that'll actually slow the engine's rebuild. Otherwise, getting into Sentry is pretty much useless. Chocobro ultimately cleaned up, and meanwhile, through all that fun and haphazardness, two Scouts comfortably capping up A. So that worked pretty well. Mr. Pie getting a little bit caught out here for being Sniper at C. The fact that he wasn't there with his team probably gave them a bit of a window for the suicide. Now he's just trying to snipe the two Scouts as they cap up A. Not really sure what's trying to be achieved here. If I was him, I'd just go back spawn.
Pretty much, especially because he just noticed one of his Scouts was missing from his vision. He kind of stayed there a little bit long. If one of his Scouts of two Scouts disappears in front of your sniper rifle, he's probably flanking you.
He's getting well protected by Stickies, who actually are going to catch Nat. He's actually very lucky to get back to spawn. Both Scouts there should have probably just rushed him. Not only to try to kill the sniper, but also to deny the sniper giving intel, because CMS don't want anyone to know that they're pushing through C here, but they've been spotted. That sniper is at spawn. The medic hasn't crossed yet, so they're playing that super slow, but he really should come and cross now. Time is just being wasted right now, and giving Truck Strat all the time, and they want to start to sort of reset up, which isn't really what you want to be doing.
And it looks like Pie actually went heavy to make sure he could open the door without getting me shot to death.
Strange choice, but whatever works. Yep, just time still being wasted here by CMS. Looks like they're looking...
Dylan, big pick there, Mercy. Catching
the Demo Man is absolutely huge. They just want to make sure they go now before he respawns and pincers behind them. As here we go, they're going to spam the Sentry down. Still wasting time. An imperfect push is better than no push at all.
What are they waiting for? I mean...
Now they're going to have to wait for killing respawning Demo, or sure that he's trapped out, because they've waited so long. If they'd gone straight away, it'd be another kettle. Here we go, they might just Uber in. In fact, actually, the red team is going to Uber in defensively. That is Truck Strat trying to force a multi and give their Demo Man a window back to the team. So actually really nice, efficient play, as Nat is going to get taken down on the primary Soldier. Locatus not really healing anyone at the moment. Is going to get caught as well. So, yeah, totally making a mincemeat of that. Getting grossly outplayed.
Getting caught, however, he did manage to bait the Soldiers in. And the medic, wow, that medic.
Sentry. Yeah. Sentry absolutely doing overtime.
And that's going to
nice
be
stuff by
dead
Vex.
Snips. So far, Mercy, they've been able to hold... I mean, obviously they got A in 46 seconds, which is entirely normal. But so far, they've been able to hold here for a couple of minutes thus far without too many issues.
Yeah, CMS really made a bungle of that. They got the huge advantage with the Demo. They didn't really capitalize. But credit where credit's due. Truckstat's decision to Uber in and escort their Demo through the Uber not only worked as well as they hoped. Like, at best, they were probably expecting to trade Ubers and get their Demo back on their side. But it turned out even better than that. They actually caught a Demo Man, caught the medic. And this spy has been spotted. The Demo Man knows he's there. Finally takes him down with blind stiggies. And, yep, unsuccessful suicide run. Kind of timed it a little bit awkwardly with the spy there. They should have waited for the spy to be a bit better in position, but they'll have just about Uber now and ready to go. That is Locatus, and I suspect they'll probably just do a breakout from long or short.
Looks like they're electing to take a heavy with them as well. Now, of course, Mr. Pie is on Sniper, and he is still watching over in C, so he is so much use right now.
Yeah, not a good choice. A little bit too. And Truck Strat are really slow here on the uptake. The Sentry is in great position to deny long, but if CMS had been on the ball, they would have noticed that there was no one from Truck Strat over there, and they would have just busted immediately out. In fact, now Truck Strat's actually moving the sentry behind the point, so it's a strange choice. Obviously, Vex is really attached to the life of his sentry more so than forcing it to sink Uber, which is probably a little greedy.
Doing? Okay, so he did actually manage to force the Uber, although that may have been them just trying to get out through the door. Wow, and they're going to Uber the engineer to get him away with his engine equipment, as you were saying, thoroughly attached to that equipment. However, Blue has a lot more players up right now.
The decision to save the Engie wasn't a horrible one, but it's cost them their demo man's life here, which isn't a good trade. If you can't try to achieve everything, and saving everything is a little bit greedy, as CMS will move in onto the point, cap it up, and Truck Strat will get their medical eye back to last, but yeah, just a little bit greedy on the defense there, and as a result, they just lost roof control, and from there, they just soldiers raining rockets down on them. Nice work by Nat and Dylan to take control of B.
Well, that's it. What are you going to have? A demo or an engineer carrying a sentry that he has to put down? It's
interesting to see they're running a Pyro Strat here for C. I suspect Vex will be heading his way up onto the Spire, otherwise, what's the point in being Pyro? Yeah, he's up there now. I've always found the challenge of this Pyro Strat is if you don't run an Eng as well, he runs out of ammo pretty quick. It does work pretty well against... Well, it works amazingly against bombing soldiers, which he's going to find out right now. Reflect them all off. He's going to fall off himself, so but the damage is done, and that Uber has been pretty much wasted here.
Soldier did manage to get behind and get the demo though, and he's probably going to jump up right now, go for a play on the medic. They know he's there now, and he's going to actually head up onto the point and get absolutely dumpstered. I probably would have tried to go for a play on the medic there, maybe try and irk a little bit of an advantage, but still.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that... Wow, I was going to say that... So, CMS aren't grinding correctly, which is a bit of a concern. They should have 20% Uber advantage here because of how late the Truck Strat counter Ubered, but they just managed to leak it all, which is a bit disappointing. It's probably small enough advantage that it wouldn't have made enough of a difference, but just one of those things need to be watching out for.
Well, right as you had said that, I was like, well, the scout is coming up now. That would be Big Man Snips, I think, and he was going to get out his old Boston Basher. However, he went for a little walk around. They are successfully Boston Bashering now, but as you say, if they'd started that before, Ubers might, they might have been 20% there possibly.
Homer and Ski have just done a nice job and made sure that they grinded their Uber almost as fast as they possibly could, because they knew that how late their Uber was at C, that they were going to be a little bit behind there. Now they're in position with a heavy, a Pyro, both up on the roof. Those guys will do a good job of playing King of the Hill up there. As the Uber is incoming from B, just soldiers again opting to jump. This time trying to ignore the actual combo and just trying to get 2 nice kills. They pick up Vex and wow, 3 nice kills. Demoman going absolutely huge there, Choker Bro. To be perfectly honest, that should end the round. This cap won't cap immediately, but just so many numbers alive. There we go, takes down the medic, Homer's down, and the swarm on the point begins. And is that a pause, Groover, or is that just 8 floating people?
What? Pause seems more likely, but...
We are casting from SDV, for those who are wondering.
Yeah, our Mumblebot is still broken, people. In fact, I'd like some feedback. Chuck us in stream chat or in the feedback thread on OzFortress. If we can't get our Mumblebot going again, I may elect to run a second stream, which is audio only, so that people can listen to the cast streaming live. I'm not too sure about that yet, but that is an option that we can look into, so to make sure that we can actually be in the server, because I know Mercy's in the same boat as me. It's especially nice to be in the server.
How cool is Abe's floating though, with like the sticky floating next to him? Can you see this?
Oh yeah,
going to third person, it just looks awesome.
Abe,
where he's floating right now.
Oh man, that is sick.
Just sitting there looking at it. I don't know how that came out of the sticky launch though. It's clearly going on a severe left trajectory. And that pipe that's come out of Choker Bros, I don't know how that even fit in that little chamber. The physics of this game is all wrong, Groover. I demand a refund.
Wrong indeed. Well, and the worst part is that you can clearly see by looking at his attire that he's not actually shooting pipes. He's shooting rubber duckies. That's what's in his ammo. So I demand a refund for my $2.50 game I purchased in 2009. Man, high quality does look good. Meanwhile, I'm going to yell at my girlfriend to turn down Breaking Bad.
I'll pull up stats.
Apparently yelling does work sometimes.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, Chocobro doing the most damage thus far. Actually 9 and 4, so good demo man job. And there we go, we're alive again, and yep, they capped. Not too surprising there. End up working out perfectly for our timing.
Yeah.
As...
And I'm just quickly retrying.
Yep, not a sweat. Alright, so the time was 5:13, I believe, assuming my HUD isn't lying to me. That's pretty good for attack. In fact, for this division, I dare say that's like very good. Obviously beatable. Anything, hell, anything up to 3 minutes is beatable. So you never really know what you're going to get on Gravel Pit. As it looks like Chocobro, defensive demo man, setting up sticky traps over at A. Though there was a scout on the door, Vex would have heard that. And other than that, building up a sentry on the mini-med, I guess we'll call it. I'm not a huge fan, but he does have the... He looks like he's setting it up there temporarily because he's got the dispenser at the back, so it might just be there for the initial jumps. Should sort of jump out of short, that counters him pretty well and truly, and then rotate it back.
Yeah.
As he didn't build an exit, so that's actually a pretty inexcusable little error.
You know what?
Oh wow!
Talking about how Vex...
Yeah, so that sentry just absolutely mauled the two jumpers at B. Sentry actually lucky to live.
And on top of that, they've only got one scout capping over on A, because as you said, Vex was the one who was there and would have heard the stickies, but he actually walked out and got caught on the trap.
It's good. Getting that extra, slowing down the cap at A isn't non-trivial. If they really want to, when they say that time to cap, the roaming scout for the defensive team can elect to go and take a duel. If it goes badly, then that's a shame and you'll probably regret it. But if it goes well, you can really reap benefits. Looks like Snips is just opting to sit on the roof here and control at B, which is perfectly fine.
Mini is spy, by the way.
Yeah, by being up on the roof, the downside here right now is Truck Strat don't have any visuals at C, so they don't know where CMS are planning on. Oh, sorry, other way around. Where Truck Strat are planning on coming from. The Soldier Dylan will see them. They're preempting a C push, and they're going to be correct, which is fortunate this time. But with no one watching C and no one at the AB connector, it's actually pretty vulnerable.
We've got a regular stabby over here, Mercy. He cloaked, walked into the engineer a couple of times, and then went and perched on top of the dispenser in front of the engineer and uncloaked, and just got pistoled to death.
How do spy work? Alright, so yep, looks like they are going for the AB connector push now, and this is just completely unspotted. I think Truck Strat CMS are going to realize something's wrong with that soldiers peeking in a C and didn't see anything. But here we go, they're already out. Pipe's actually hitting, doing quite a bit of damage early on to Truck Strat. They're going to have to Uber their demo man, and Ski already down. That's actually a pretty big loss. They're just going to get the sentry this Uber, and a pretty comfortable late pop by Lakotas. I feel like they should be able to control this. So long as they actually control this roof, and with Snips up there on the roof, that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, they've ended up with really good pressure from the right-hand side. They're probably going to lose their medic. Yeah, Scout's going to go up on that medic now.
Amazing that Snips actually got those 2 kills on incredibly low life. This is still anyone's battle. The fact that no medic's alive, that poor Lakota's got taken down, really changed the ball game here. And with these 2 respawning Scouts, they're just going to clean it up. So Truck Rat just showing DM dominance here. Oh, nice midi! Didn't get the double though, Ski. Disappointing. That rocket will make up for it though.
That indeed it will. Very nice rocket.
Yeah, but convincing stuff. Really well handled post Uber, despite the fact that their Uber itself actually went pretty horribly wrong, losing the primary soldiers so early.
Well, they managed to not look like headless chooks while they ran around trying to, clean up.
Yes, well, Snips basically didn't really. He should have died, and he didn't, and he ended up getting 2 kills that he had no real business getting. So that's the power of a scout that catches you unawares, as it was. Nice work by him. Probably the instrumental in the actual cleanup, and then Ski coming in with the reconsolidating on the respawn. And yeah, I think they're in a bit of trouble here. Really, really heavy point defense. They're going to have to weather this entire Uber because 4 minutes left on the clock, more than enough time for a couple of goes at C. But I think Truck Strat are going to want to get it in one. as they've got 25% Uber here.
Quick shout out to Gimbal, who, yes, has pointed out the irony of my missus watching Breaking Bad while we watch a team called the Centrelink Meth Spartans, but yes. Good spotting there. But anyway, Uber has been popped by the blue team. Wow, okay, Demo's just going to rain down a carpet of stickies. Somehow they lost sightlines off him, and they have absolutely eaten the red team. Even with this Uber here, we've got a little Demo battle going up on the top. Soldier coming in for support. He's going to use the rocket, finish off that Demo, and I imagine that's going to get capped up in just a second. Nat getting cleaned up at the end by Vex. Nice and quick.
Yeah, that was a demolish, and I'm really well done by Abe to notice the opportunity. There was just way too many players up on that spire without Uber, and the stickies were just hitting absurd splash on so many people. I think 2 or 3 players were dropped when Homer actually... Sorry, when Lakotas had to Uber. I think he dropped the first player he Ubered, so it just went really pear-shaped for them because they were opting to just kind of stack on themselves too heavy. Not that being on the spire is a bad place, but just no flankers, no scouts, just a little bit too dense, and team's getting punished for it.
True that, and apologies people, we do have another invisible player. As you can see here, I mean Valve said they'd fixed it, but yeah. It looks like, you know, maybe this is some sort of thing for people with low-end PCs. They'll render all the hats, but none of the actual player model.
It's an incentive to make sure you have a complete custom setup on your characters.
Yeah, otherwise you just look silly, only half used there, I mean, yeah. No,
I have been a floating rocket launcher on occasion. So it looks like both teams opting for pretty much the same thing. Interesting to see that Mini's actually using the pain train on attack. It's a nice little small advantages. Make sure you don't wear it on defense though. But these sort of things do make a small difference, especially for pushing C. As here come the suicides flying into that sentry yet again. And Abe is going to kill the sentry and the Ange mid-air while it's shooting him. Actually pretty impressive stuff. And they're going to catch the Demo Man as well. This suicide is working amazingly. Soldiers from all angles. Medic didn't know what happened, and Lakotas was forced to Uber on quite low health. So very, very, very successful 3-man. And, you know, that was so well done. I'd almost want to see the scout move forward right now. Start thinking about cutting off that respawn. The the teleporter is not up and running. That really, really, really should be, or players can get trapped. In fact, Chocobro is going to be lucky enough that he can walk, but yeah, normally, guys, with such a big advantage, I'd be going and then camping that Demo Man so he can't even get back to his team, just to really press your advantage on attack. But Truck Strat still looking good on that first push, and it looks like they're going to go straight out along here. They're not being spotted. This is the punishment for Truck Strat not having good scouting awareness. Getting out along early is like a gift. Never should be doable. And 4 soldiers up on the roof. Uber is popped. Looks like this Uber will comfortably get the level 1 sentry. And that's about it though. Oh, but losing roof control.
Damn. Oh man, I can't believe that soldier died.
Yeah, Mini just dominating up on the roof. This counter Uber was nice and late by CMS, but they just didn't execute it correctly. Maybe they're gonna live. This is pretty much all on Snips, who is in fact going to manage it well. So very lucky to get out of that. To be perfectly honest, I was expecting them all to die.
And
the soldier
Mr.
on the roof should have played that correctly.
He was on like 8 health and he engaged there very well.
Yeah,
he's got a scout there.
It's fine.
No, he shot the rocket.
Truck Strat just need to recuperate here. They're pretty unlucky to have not capped that, and I think they're just going to probably opt for a suicide run. Is probably what I would do here. They're opting to drop their medic. Pretty big Uber disadvantage. So long as they push before Lakotas gets that Uber, or at least get a couple of picks, it'll be okay. But right now it's looking pretty scary for them. In fact, Lakotas now has Uber. Really should just be looking to use it, ghost forward, which is what they're going to do. Actually, they're wasting a lot of time with this Uber, not moving forward. And oh, Pie on the roof. Mr. Pie takes down Dylan, and Homer will drop though. So despite
the second time that we've ended up with them trapped over in this far side with Abe, and
yeah, they don't really have much of an excuse for still being there. After they saw the Uber, behind the rock isn't safe. You need to basically run to the AB connector, and it's a long way, but you'll be surprised how easy it is to get there if you just run there as a medic. Homer could have got out if he'd opted to, but he just chose to hold his ground, and it proved to be his death.
To put some real pressure on right here. Oh no, they've lost height advantage. They dropped the soldier down. they've been able to retain that roof, possibly keep a scout up there, just denying them that have really, really good coverage to rain down on that heavy and get rid of his massive health reserve. And instead we see Mini and Ski going down. That's not good at all. And of course, going all in with the medic like this, like, he's going to run now, but the soldier's right there after him, and he is going to go down.
Nice.
Scout coming in for support. Both scouts, oh man, and look at that, 2v1, and he wasn't able to pull it off, and we are going to see Mr. Pie get out with his life. But again, at this stage, Mercy, it does not matter too much. We've been on B point for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds at this point.
Yeah, both medics, they're getting caught. Lakota's dying, frankly, his own fault. He got caught by Demo and Rollies, and I think one to the face. So a bit careless there by him. And as soon as that happened, the response by Dylan just immediately bombed onto Homer's head. Homer didn't really have anything he could do about it. He tried to escape as best he could, but the equalizer kill all important there. As medics without Ubers is pretty much the definition of success and fail. As Truck Strat grinding happily away at C here. And yeah, actually good call. Definitely some opportunities for Kritzkriegs to have been used so far this map that have been missed. As I don't know if this Uber is going to be all that successful. It seems like CMS has guessed correctly that they're at C. Not sure if they actually have information, but here we go. Jumping out of crates. Two players, actually a really aggressive bust. They're going to have to force the first Uber. Vex getting taken down though by Chocobro Spam, so...
Oh, look at that demo spam though. Abe, oh, he is going to go down, but he managed to take out that heavy so quickly. Look at this. The soldier comes in to support right now with the medic coming along behind him. They are going to lose that soldier. There's another one up on the roof. He's probably going to have to jump right now. Look at that. He goes down. And of course, there's this other soldier. He's only on 13 health for the window. Why is one of the scouts not chasing after him and cleaning him up? The call should have come out. And did that just happen, Mercy?
That was nicely played. Truckstrap played that really well. Two big things I saw in that fight was Chris threw his life away for no reason as heavy. Just waltzed in and died. I don't know if he was expecting to get tabbed, but he shouldn't have been expecting to get tabbed. He just had no business being there. And then the other thing I saw was Ski, as a primary soldier, did a really, really good job there. Basically out DM 2v1. Did die, but his team had enough support to finish it off. Mini taking over the role afterwards. So he went absolutely huge there and made the difference.
True that. Alright, waiting for this push on last. And provided Mercy is going to be around, I don't know if he has scrims later on, I can exclusively reveal if he is. We're going to go... Exclusively.
Premier coverage here.
Quite literally premier coverage. We will go and cast Lot B's game versus Winterfall after this.
Oh, sick. They wanted me to play for them. Winterfall wanted me to slot for them in that game, but
really?
I believe I'm not eligible because I've played for them already this season.
Your league, possibly, as well? Maybe.
No. If you...
I know.
Yes. I decree that they win by proxy. Alright, nice cat though. We kind of didn't cover that, but there wasn't really a lot to say. Truck had the Uber advantage, they just kind of went and crushed face.
And 16, so that, like, it's not a really fast, like... Yeah, it's a very middle of the road time to beat, but it's still... There's a bit of pressure there. You only have 2 opportunities really on B, possibly 3 depending on time to really screw up. Otherwise you're just not going to make it, and you're still looking at an impeccable C run at that stage.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The time they wasted at B, faffing around, as I'll put it, really added up. The really strong C push, so they managed to pull together quite a respectable time, but they got their work cut out. I mean, CMS beat this time on their first push last time, and to be perfectly honest, I think chasing a time is generally easier. Teams have a better job of being able to know, alright, so we've got to get to 6:10. We can't really afford to be wasting time when it gets into 2 minutes. Teams often start trying things that they should have been doing earlier when the pressure really gets to them. So,
by the way, Pie's sniping again.
Yeah, and especially after they've seen the potential for the suicides here, it makes me wonder if it's worth it. Homer is super safe though, which is nice to see. The only life that just can't afford to be lost.
Medic!
Oh, the sentry just getting in range there by the skin of its teeth as Vex was bringing out the shotgun.
Shania Mercy, how do you think is your MVP of tonight? Is it the sentry?
It's been getting its fair share, that's for sure. But I can't can't credit the weapon when you could credit the glorious builder of said sentry gun. As oh man, I got an invisible demo man.
Oh.
Yeah, Homer was lucky not to have to pop that, but to be honest, he had literally just him and an Eng. Because Mr. Pie, where is he?
What do you think he's doing?
He's sniping from spawn.
No, well, he was
See,
actually forward there. Like if a scout had come from the right hand side, he was.
This is buying a lot of time though, so it really is working. There's quite a large opportunity cost for doing this, and the ways that can happen. But it's not horrible. Like if you do buy time, then it does achieve something. You know, you make yourself weaker at B, but it wastes time. And here we go. Looks like CMS is just going to go straight out of crates this time, which is good to see. And wow, Ski just got monstered there. Bit of a screw up.
Oh no!
Does nothing.
Well,
and Lakotas is able to hold his Uber.
No, he stopped moving. So
well, it's just as bad. He dropped his primary soldier and then had to say, "Someone please come. I need to Uber someone."
Oh, I see. So he's bashing his keyboard, going, "Come here!"
Pretty much. And yep, CMS have all the time in the world now they want. I just expect they really just should multi straight out of this short door and kill things. Like that medic absolutely doesn't stand a chance.
Could someone please kill him?
Oh, he's so dead. He's now so dead that they don't even need to kill him. Get around to it eventually. Nice to see that Vex has actually moved the sentry, try to buy more time, and now he's just gonna hide behind the rock.
The jump, the jump. Oh,
hey, trying to go huge. Not a good
Can
decision.
you see this, by the way, behind the rock? He's on the medic!
I can.
He's on the medic!
Oh no!
He's on the medic! Ah! MVP right there, without a doubt. Vex. Oh god.
That is huge. And in fact, there's a few players still in here trying to decide if they can turn things around. Soldier up on the roof, Ski. In fact, 2 soldier roof. They're actually going to try to defend this. The medic needs to be getting with players. Oh, Ski with a triple kill, Mini with a kill as well. So medic down, they just decide to take this point. Nice stuff. Homer's going to live. Don't know if I agree with this heavy, because it's not going to really get there in time, but...
so who won the
this
first
big
round
contest
through,
is not
by
over
the way?
yet. Truck. They did like a huge 2.5 minute time or something.
That's right,
After CMS did like a 5.5 minute time.
So Truck obviously has to defend here, and if they can, it's their game, and we go to Snake.
Yes.
Okay, just checking on timings so we can hit up that Premier Division game later. Man, I'm tempted to go straight there after this map.
Yeah, amazing turnaround. And now, because Lakotas recommitted there, just getting caught out yet again, Homer will have 100% Uber. And Truck Strat looking pretty comfortable right now, only got hold for another 2.5 minutes. I think they can be tasting the victory, Groover.
Yep, I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Oh, Mr. Pie off classes again. They're actually going down to 0 scouts. This is really bad. I really don't like this.
Reminds me of every pug I ever had with Mr. Pie. Shout out to you, Mr. Pie. And so here comes the push. Pie is not there, of course. Soldier just raining down on the medic from the top.
Homer doing a nice job to hold Uber as long as he could. Ultimately did have to Uber there. Actually dropping Mini isn't good, and oh man, he's going to let A go down as well. To be fair, did kind of overcommit.
Oh, the medic! The medic is now in enemy territory, quite literally, and what is he going to do? Scout coming to look up on him. The Scout's going to be able to clean that demo. Don't take rockets, come back to your medic. Look, he comes around behind him, perfect rocket from the roof. Medic versus
Dueling
Soldier.
against 25 health Scout.
Oh, holy shit!
Clutch stuff. You know, I was about to say he should suicide, he's as good as gone, and then just huge play by Mr. Pie. And he just stayed long enough, surfed a couple of nice rockets. A few other rockets were horribly aimed, so a little bit lucky as well. But, you know, it's both luck and skill to get out of those difficult situations sometimes.
Really well done. And this Soldier up on top of the rock, just playing dodgems with the pills. But 59 seconds left on the clock. Players just streaming in. They don't want to give it up, though. I almost would have suggested giving it up there because they didn't have the players. I don't think they can have the players right now. What is the Soldier going to do? He's on 15 health. He's on the demo. Scout comes in from behind it, and the demo is actually... Oh, man.
I wanted to say this was over, but a 6 down is exactly what they needed. This cap needs to be a little bit faster than ×4. I'd just be stacking it fully.
If the Soldier gets caught at this door, like, they could get in there. They could get their players up and in there in time. It looks as though they're going to defend last though, Mercy.
Oh, absolutely. You just set up for last here by time. Stick a couple of players on the point. That heavy needs to be getting up there as fast as possible. The Pyro's already up there. So I still think Truck Strat are looking good, but this is still a window to... Here we go, 10 seconds. They need to start capping already. They're wasting time. Players just getting spammed so heavily coming out the doors. Scouts are in up on the Spire though.
Twin Scouts.
Pyro is up on there.
Oh, the Pyro! GG.
Yeah, nice work there, Truck Strat, denying the doors, not letting the soldiers get out. It would have been a huge mistake if that option to stack everyone up on the cap, opting to hold those doors, proved to be a very nice decision. And they did, in fact, emerge victorious there, so... Bit of a scare. CMS definitely trying to keep him honest, but ultimately 2-0 is the score, and as they say in the Knap, off to Snakewater we go, Groover. I think I'll just maybe ask STV or ask IRC, see what people think. And yeah, and stream chat. The Premier Games Winterfall vs Lot B. So it should be pretty close. I know Necrosis isn't able to play, and he said like he really wants to win that game. So if he comes back from holiday and Lot B have beaten them, he's going to be devastated. Are you going for Lot B? Well, that's fine because I am going for Winterfall. They're all going to off-class and make gooses of themselves, and the real team will emerge victorious.
I think we all know who deserves the win more, you know? You know, the characters, the real characters, the people who make, yeah.
The villains of Highlander.
The villains of Highlander. Yeah, well, it's been real.
Alright, Snakewater. Definitely a different kettle of fish to Gravel Pit.
Oh,
a lot of the pushing tactics are similar because it's these sort of big open areas with slow pushes, but I mean, it's a 5 CP map, and...
Well, that's one of the things I like about Snakewater is your team has to be able to transition from area to area. You have to know when to get aggressive and when you really need to turn on the defensive and try and slow things down. And that's one of the things I really like about this map. It's grown on
I like most of the attacking paths. I mean, even last, which is difficult to push, I actually don't dislike pushing into last. I think it's a fairly good balance thing. But the two pushes I really dislike in this map are the two defensive pushes. It's really difficult to push off last because the respawn is just so quick and it's so much. The point is just so much closer to them. That really pisses me off. And actually, mainly just that one. The push from second into mid is also very difficult, again, because of the respawn positions. You can't attrition
kind of bait them in and try and...
But it's actually kind of fun in that sense, and that's very Gravel Pit. Like, you can't attrition mid on Gravel Pit either. It shouldn't be a free point. But those are two very difficult pushes, so...
it'll be a good opportunity to see how these two teams stack up in this setting anyway. See which team's probably a little bit more fluid and dynamic.
But the thing I always like to see is if a game... Like, I don't even care if a team wins 5-0. The one thing I just don't want to see is the team that wins the rollout to win the round every time. Because that makes for a really disappointing dynamic, and it says something about the blandness of a map if that's what happens. Because rollouts are an important part, but it shouldn't be win rollout, win round. Also, if that happens too often, it often is reflected on the fact that medics are just dying on rollouts when they shouldn't be, or like teams are overcommitting and just dice rolling, which does happen. I can think of plenty of Div 1 teams that do that,
Roll
but
the D.
It's not as interesting.
Alright folks, we're basically going to see how this game turns out initially anyway, and well, you know, if we actually get started sometime this century. And then, yeah, we will see when we get into the second one. I'll probably split the VODs up very soon anyway, so if you're just joining us, welcome to Breaver TV. This is going to be Snakewater Map 2 of tonight's coverage, and hopefully my mic is coming through loud and clear. We do have fans on tonight because it is bloody hot.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, but it sounded fine to you last time as well, and they claimed that it was cutting out.
Maybe I just have really low expectations of what is acceptable.
Yeah.
My
Something like
inferior headset just
What headset do you use actually?
a Sennheiser.
Oh, yeah, you're
Like it's an
inferior
actual headset.
Sennheiser. Really? You're inferior? Was it a Sennheiser game something or other or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. It cost me $100 like 5 years ago, and I'm still using it. It's good.
Yeah, no, well, and I mean, the mic's relatively clear. It's suitable for casting, so... Yeah.
I've often thought about upgrading to like a real pair of headphones, but I can't find one that I like that also is a headset. Like, I've got all these free ones that I've got lying around my room that I
that's
want.
all you need. In fact, less for you. You're in or 400 US, which is like, what, $5 Australian at the moment? The same headset Purge uses, and it is glorious, man. It is glorious.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
I know, but you look like an air traffic controller in your own bloody room, man. It's gangster as hell. Oh.
Looks like we're going live. Or the server's crashing, one or the other.
Big shout out to Reese Hotwood, by the way. Long-time fan, apparently. Server plus no crash.
Maybe a pause. I don't know why you would pause in warm-up, but there you go. In 90 seconds, there might be a pause.
Chocobro messaged me and said starting. That was a minute ago, so...
Yeah, they must have paused. Whatever.
Who would do such a thing?
Alright, time to judge the unusual hats, because I just realized that Red are wearing quite a few cool hats. Chocobro is wearing his... what do they call that? The hat that you won on that Critscast Cup.
Ah, yeah, the Critscast Cup.
He's wearing that. Both soldiers have got unusuals. There's a flaming soldier stash.
They're even standing together so that we can get a good,
some sort of snowman hat. And I don't even know what these effects are called. Oh, 10 points for Lakotas. He's wearing the best medic hat. That's the hat I wear.
Where's this? Lakotas. Medic.
The captain's hat.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It's so sick.
That is a pretty cool hat.
And we are live again in warm-up. So you should probably retry.
Uh-huh. Listen, Gimbal, air traffic controllers are OG, alright? Just... yeah, get it in your head. Right, so...
I can just imagine you sitting